Yo, what is good everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a brand new video. Now right now, I'm actually wearing a jacket because outside is freezing cold and it kind of gives me like a throwback vibe for once we first started the channel. We were outside in the cold. I was kind of around this temperature actually, outside in the cold, filming videos. One video that I remember just quickly from the top of my head is a video where we installed the side skirts. I remember that really well because it was freezing outside and I still went ahead and installed them. I think it was like 1 degrees or like, which felt like -3 or whatnot. But anyways, other than the fact that it's freezing cold right now, the FRS hasn't been washed in about 2.5-ish months. And the reason for that is because the weather has been completely garbage. There's leaves everywhere falling on cars. And I don't know, like, it's this time of the year where it's just very dirty, I guess. We're gonna go ahead, head out to the Coin car wash. I would just normally wash it at my house, but the problem is I'm very lazy, and honestly, like, in order to set up the whole entire hose and in order to set everything up, it just takes so much time. So I'm just gonna go ahead, grab it on the street. It literally takes me a minute to go to the Coin car wash. So I wanna wash it before I go ahead and start today's video, because in the last video, my car was very, very dirty, and honestly, it just looked very ugly when it's dirty. So anyways, we're gonna wash my car off really quickly and then get started with today's video.
Approximately 10 hours later.
So I was in a different parking lot, but then this happened. Okay, so I came to the parking lot to make a video, and I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to tell through my mirror, but basically there's 3 cops just waiting back there, waiting all the way just down there. And I don't know if you guys can see that. There's 3 cops waiting right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of this area as quick as I can. I'm gonna get out of here as quick as I can, and then go ahead and find another parking lot so I can go ahead and record this video from. So like, I got out of there as quick as I can, but this is the stance that I currently have on the car right now. So basically, these coilovers, they're not maxed out all the way. They can go even lower. They're like a decent maxed out kind of height. I think there's a couple more rings that I can adjust it on. I never adjusted it just because it came in the box like that from the person I got it from. And also the fronts, it's a bit higher just because there's always bumps and cracks and things like this everywhere where I live. So hopefully this gives you a somewhat of a height, but yes, it can for sure go lower. You can get this like slammed look that you want, but right now I daily drive this car, so I want to be able to drive it properly. So I'm gonna go ahead, do a walk around just so you guys can go ahead and see the stance. So yeah, that's the stance of the car, and honestly, for $500 I picked these Coilovers up. They were in really good condition. I would recommend them to you guys because they were really easy to install. Personally, for me, I ran into a bunch of issues with the install. So for me, it was a bit harder, but for you guys, if you guys were doing it and you guys did not run into any problems, then this would be a really easy coilover to install. For me, what happened was it took us 4 days because the lower control arm and the backs weren't lining up. It got really, really cold one night. The other 2 days, I was just trying to take off the end links on the fronts, and those are really, really hard to take off. So you guys, if you guys do have the option to take it to a shop, go ahead and take it to a shop. If you know what you're doing, if you guys have the proper tools, then go ahead and give it a try. It's pretty easy, pretty simple as well. So again, I'm just gonna go ahead and play a bit more shots of the car so you guys can have a better understanding of how these coilovers look. I can go lower, but it is already pretty decently low. And I put them on stock wheels just because winter is coming up. So I'm gonna go ahead and raise the coils when winter is here. But I put them on the stock wheels because I don't want to get the aftermarket Wedsports dirty. And then over here, as you guys can tell, there is a gap as well. Okay, so the big question is ride quality. How is ride quality on these coilovers? Honestly, they're better than springs. Springs, I didn't hate the Eibach SportLine springs. I have nothing against the Eibach SportLine springs, but I feel like these ride a bit better than the springs itself. Probably because it is coilovers in general, but also springs, once you hit a bump, I feel like the car takes a bit time to level out and it's just going up and down. But like it's really small and it's barely noticeable. But with these, you hit a bump, you can feel the bump, but like it's just different, if that makes any sense. And then the also thing on this, which I don't like, is you have to use your factory top hats. Now, the thing with using the factory top hats is the springs, when you're taking the springs off of the car, there's a lot of compression in those springs. So once you take it off the car, those springs could be a risk and it could be a danger. The other thing I didn't like about these coilovers is the where you adjust it, they're not actually welded onto the coilovers. They're not actually a part of the coilovers. It's just like a rubber housing, if that makes any sense. But anyways, other than those two things, these coilovers are great. I would go ahead and get them if you're on a budget, you don't want to spend too much. Next year, I'm probably going to change my coils just because I want to do more camber, because with this set of coilovers, you don't get as much camber as you would with a different set of coilovers. So the car isn't aligned right now, but you can kind of tell that there's a little bit of natural camber up in the back. The fronts, there's not really any camber at all. So yeah, once you lower your car, you'll get that little bit natural camber look. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. If you guys did like the video, go ahead, support the channel by dropping a like. And that's pretty much it. So winter is coming up again, so I'm probably going to go ahead and have this car raised and put winter tires on it, because I am going to be wintering this car. So if you guys want to see some dope content, make sure you subscribe, notifications on, and I'll see you guys in the next one.